Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jamila Daura. Thank you for clicking to watch this video. If you are new, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, hi. So today we are going to be making ourselves up, or I'll be making up yeah, and you're going to watch me do it. I just wanted to bring a different kind of content to you guys. So we have a topic for this video, and I'm just going to talk about the topic while you watch me do my makeup. Please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. Yes, we have a new name, but stay tuned to another video where I'm going to talk about why we have a new name on this channel. So let's get into it. So guys, let us get started. Today's topic is going to be imposter syndrome. We all know what it is, right? Well, if you don't know, imposter syndrome is a feeling of self-doubt and self-unaccomplishment. So you look at yourself and you always feel like you're not enough, you have not done well, you've not achieved a lot. When you now begin to compare yourself with your peers, you begin to feel like you are not accomplished, and that is where the self-doubt will creep in, and a whole lot of other things will creep in, and you begin to hold yourself back, and for every move you want to make, you second guess yourself. So that is basically what imposter syndrome does to one. And we are going to talk about the causes. And again, like I said, the moment you know what like the self-doubt and everything comes in, right, then you will also know that there are things that causes it or will influence why you're doubting yourself, why you are not feeling fulfilled, or there is no sense of gratitude towards the stage of your life that you're in, and you just feel like you need to keep going and going and going and going. So yeah, there are different causes of imposter syndrome, or there are actually different kinds of it. So from the kinds of imposter syndrome, we are going to be able to determine what is causing it. So I'm going to just focus on the the three top kinds of imposter syndrome, which are influenced, or we experience it based on the environment that you are in, the society. So you think about your environment, you think about your society, and what are the norms that are there that you feel like, oh, you need to step into those shoes and be right there. Those are the things you need to consider when it comes to the society. What is your society telling you? Whether it's based on your ranking in the society, are you of the vantage or disadvantaged group? So say for instance, you're a woman and just like me, and you live anywhere in the world, but there are just these man-made limitations that have been put in place for women. So there are certain things you can do, there are certain things you cannot do. So imagine all those things being laid out. Then you yourself, there are things that you really want to do. Imagine myself as a YouTuber now from Nigeria, northern part of Nigeria, and the conservative nature of where I am from. There are times where I still feel like, oh, doing YouTube or being in the social media sphere of things is not enough, or I shouldn't even be doing it in the first place because it doesn't speak well of me. Then I begin to second guess myself and doubt, is this really what I should be doing? What is the benefit? Who am I? How is this benefiting me? How is this benefiting my environment? I can just be like every other person out there, or professional out there rather, and just maybe be a doctor, be a lawyer and everybody. But again, I have an entire side of me that is not on social media. Okay, not every time I will have to tell people that I am an IT professional. In short, when I introduce myself to people that don't know me, I'm like, who are you? I'm like, I'm Jamila Daura. I'm an IT professional. I'm a freelance IT professional because I'm not attached to any company. I get projects and I do them as they come, as I deem fit. I take on projects that I want to take on. I reject projects that I want to reject because I have a life balance and it has been working for me, and I've been able to earn something like that. So even being a freelance IT professional, people still don't see it like, oh, it is a job. People just feel like you're just there, you're sitting at home, you're not doing anything. So I have to be attached to maybe one of the top tier companies in the US or maybe in Nigeria. If I were to be in Nigeria before I'll be considered a proper IT professional. So yeah, that is how our society may potentially, frame our mindset. And for everything that you want to do, you first think about your society before you think about yourself. So society will morph into environment, and it will also morph into culture. Your culture, again, I highlighted that in terms of being a Hausa girl, being from a conservative environment, and the things that are that is allowed for us and the things that are not allowed for us to do as a northern girl. Now I'm not bringing religion into it, because religion is good, it gives us directives, but culture makes it a lot harder, so yeah, that is how culture will influence. Then family. Think about family, your immediate unit, that nuclear family, your mother, your father, your siblings, aunties, uncles. But let us even keep it within just family, your immediate nuclear family, right? So your family as well, where there are siblings, and some parents are so terrible that they want to make their children compete. They are not raising their children to be dependent on each other. They see it as everybody is an individual, and there is a standard. If the firstborn is a lawyer, the secondborn is an engineer, the thirdborn is going to be a doctor, things like that. You see some family like that. And if there is that fourthborn that wants to be a musician or an artist of some sort, then you immediately will feel like you're not good enough. Why? I have all the siblings that are doctors, that is a doctor, that is an engineer, that is a lawyer. Why in God's name am I thinking of being an artist? Things like that. You begin to self-doubt, and those are the things that influences our, how do I say it now? Imposter syndrome. Yeah, our topic for today. So I'm just going to give like relatable examples again, because I've talked about some things. The courses, we've talked about what it is. So if you're listening up to this point, please do not forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, and let me know in the comment section what are your experiences with imposter syndrome, because a lot of people are experiencing it, but they just even can't put a name to it, or in denial of their actual situation, and they feel like, oh, they are doing well, they are okay, but they truly are not. So let me know what your experiences are. And so far so good. I'm loving how this makeup is looking. Everything that I've used will be linked in the description box, so do not forget to check it out if there's any product that you have liked. So a relatable example that I want to share with you guys in regards to imposter syndrome is starting a new business, or changing something about yourself. But let's start with the business, right? So every time we have limited ourselves to thinking that you can be good at just one thing, and that is all that you ever have to do in your life, and you'll be termed successful. But when you look at the most successful people in the world, they are the people that have never really had to be stuck to doing one thing over and over and over again. They explore, they spread their wings, they challenge themselves, they take risks, and they just do things. And when you think about starting a new business, right, there are many businesses that I've wanted to start long time ago that I'm just about to like delve into them one after another. And I'm not ashamed to be a multifaceted entrepreneur. They call them serial entrepreneurs, right? Because at the end of the day, this is my life. This is how I want to go about it. I never want to be that person that says yes sir, yes ma to somebody. I don't see myself being that person. So I'm comfortable exploring different kind of businesses that will one day become a conglomerate. That is how far I see myself, right? So a lot of times where imposter syndrome will come or creep into you, it's when you want to start that business and you have thought about it and you are having this nagging gut feeling about this business, but you don't want to do it because you know what you're telling yourself, you are going to fail at it. Think about it. You've not even started. It's the nagging feeling in your head, in your mind, and you feel like, oh my goodness, there is something here, but you are not even starting because you already feel like if you start, you're going to fail. that is imposter syndrome. If you've ever felt this way, that is imposter syndrome. Another thing is changing your situation. You're at point A and you've been at point A for 5 years, and you need to like move to point B, but you are too scared to move to point B because there are just a lot of unforeseen situations, things that you can't predict. And think about it, if Allah wanted, or if God wanted us to be able to see the future, he would have blessed us with that. So, and if Allah wanted us to be able to control every aspect of our life, he would have blessed us with that. But we do not even trust in him to guide our affairs, and we just feel like we have to be the one in control of all these things, and you keep trying and you just get stuck in one place because you feel like if you move from point A, point B is not going to work in your favor, so you better remain in point A. So if you're not taking risk, if you're not changing things, how do you think you're going to be better or be or progress or be successful? So think about those situations. To round up, I want you to think about ways or how you can control imposter syndrome when it creeps up on you. Number one is stop seeking perfection. We are not created to be perfect. There are imperfections in us in every way or aspect of our lives, and that is how Allah or God wanted us to be. Stop seeking validation. If you are someone that feels like, if I do this, what does the other person think, then you are going to be stuck in one place. Stop being your worst critic. We are our worst critic, right? And it's good to take a hard look at yourself in the mirror and, tell yourself the truth. But when you're doing so, stop seeking for fault. I'm going to share a hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, and he said we should not look for fault in others. So because for those who look for fault in others end up being tested by the same fault they are seeking. So you as your own self, stop looking for the fault in you, because when you look for those faults, the faults will follow you. So I want you to think about this, and these tips that I have shared today are tips that I have applied to myself in the last 2 years, and alhamdulillah, I see how well it has helped me, and I'm able to do certain things that you guys don't even know about. And the last thing I'm going to tell you is to always be on the on the gratitude wavelength. Oh my goodness, gratitude wavelength for me is that I'm always grateful for where my creator, where God has placed me. Every other thing is going to make sense when Allah is ready for them to make sense. But I don't want to feel like when I can be grateful or give myself gratitude is when I have accomplished some worldly things. I am grateful for life itself, and the things that I do not have control over that Allah has bestowed upon me are the things that I am always very grateful for, not the things that I have used my hands to accomplish. Bearing in mind that what I have, what I do not have are all from Allah, the creator of the universe. So this is where I end today's video. Please subscribe to my channel. See you in my next video. Bye and stay blessed.